Hey everybody, Henry Johnson here from Digital Home, back at it again with another episode of Super Week in Smart Homes. Hey guys, so today on this first episode of Super Week in Smart Homes, we're going to talk... Hey, so on today's episode of Super Week in Smart Homes, we're going to start with talking about 5G. So everybody, when you look at your phone, everybody pretty much has 4G phones today. If you're still on 3G, please upgrade. Highly recommend that. Sorry, my phone's going off right now. But 5G is the next wave. There's been a lot of talk about it from the government talking about releasing a 5G network. I think it was Dish Network I talked about a few episodes ago has a very large 5G network. And now reading that Sprint and T-Mobile, two like lesser known, or not lesser known, but smaller wireless service providers are about to release their 5G networks, and they're saying they're going to be nationwide. I think they said by 2019. I think that was what Sprint was saying. So going to be very interesting. And the reason I think this is super important is because we as a people really rely a lot on wireless technology. Whether that's your Wi-Fi or your 4G on your phone. Literally not having internet is like not having electricity, 10 years ago. It meant it was bedtime. Today, that's the same way it works with internet. If your Wi-Fi is not working, or if your Wi-Fi and 4G aren't working, you might as well just go to sleep until they come back on, and that's pretty much how we live. At least that's how I live, and I assume most millennials are probably there with me. Or let's go hiking or something, because I can't do anything without this. So I think that's really interesting, because as that comes, 5G is going to be pretty much as fast as most people's Wi-Fi is today. So it's going to really disrupt the Wi-Fi business, right? What's going to be the point of having Comcast, Verizon, etc. bring Wi-Fi into your building if you can just have 5G and you can stream your Netflix through there, run all of your smart home devices through there, etc. Yet to be seen if it's going to work as they're promising, but if it does, it's going to be very disruptive technology, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. Second thing we want to talk about is another smart speaker. Facebook has announced that they're going to be coming out with Facebook Fiona, and actually they had another one. It's Fiona and Atlona or something of that nature. So I don't. Let's see. What was the name of it? Fiona is one, and Aloha is the other. They're going to be competitors to Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Apple HomePod, etc. One of the big differences is going to be more like the Alexa Show and the Google Home. I forgot what they call theirs, but it's going to have a big screen. Theirs is going to be 15 inches. It's also going to have facial recognition so that you can do things like signing into Facebook through it and other things of that nature. Yet to be seen how that all plays out, if people are interested in having facial recognition. Apple's iPhone X didn't do too well because of that. I think a lot of people it's already giving you a fingerprint. Let's just stick with that. And then facial recognition has just been a lot slower, it seems like, on the iPhone X. So just a matter of time to see how that relates to what people actually want and and if they're able to actually execute on that. So time will tell, but definitely interesting. The smart speaker market is going up and to the right, and I don't see any slowing down of that. These technologies are very quickly improving in terms of their abilities. I saw an ad the other day about the Amazon Alexa routines. So just being able to say like, Alexa, turn on home, and then all your lights come on, maybe some soft jazz or whatever you want to do, or your favorite TV channel, ESPN, what have you, comes on. Being able to have control like that by just saying one word with Alexa routines is something that was huge, and seeing that on an ad, but then also seeing all of these others continuing to evolve. Something just kind of going off that, Google Home just released that they're going to be working a lot closer with August and the August door sense, and that you can do you can text like your Google personal assistant, say questions like, "Hey Google, is my door closed?" And it will respond yes or no, and then you can say, "Okay, lock the door for me." It doesn't have the ability to actually close the door, which I think would be really beneficial, right? If you're going to ask it, if it says your door is not closed, then what do I do, especially if I'm not home? So that's definitely something I'd like to see happen. But either way, that's huge in terms of they're just adding those capabilities. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is just the market, right? I could tell you a whole bunch of stats about how good smart homes are doing in terms of where they're predicting the market's going to be by 2020, 2019, how many people are adopting those technologies today. But I think people really listen to dollars, and it's really good to see that Best Buy, although in some ways they're a competitor of ours with like their Magnolia brand, they are skyrocketing in terms of their revenue. They were up 9% revenue this year, or I think it may have been last year actually that they were up when they were doing these reports. They just they smashed their Q4 revenues up 9% from the last year, which is huge. That was not expected by Wall Street, and they tout a lot of that reason is because of the smart devices. They really talk more about the smart wearables, but they also talk about home theater, and those are two spaces that we are in. So, although a competitor of ours, to see that their stock is going up to the right, it's all tides, all the tide rises all boats or something of that nature. I don't know, sucker. Rob, you can tell me how that actual saying goes, but either way, it shows that the market is doing well and is just going to bode well for everybody. And especially if you're playing this right, it's going to be really good for you. So that's it for today. Just wanted to talk about what's happening with Facebook Fiona, Google Home, Best Buy, and then the 5G network. I will continue to keep bringing these to you guys weekly for now. And then if things continue to evolve, I will let you know. So you guys have a good one. And as always, chat with me below, or you can go to our website, digihm.com, and there'll be a little box at the bottom with my face on it, and we can always chat right there, and I can talk in real time. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.